Today we've got an interesting video to do on the Rupert Neve Master Bus Transformer. What we're going to do is test it in mid-side. So I've got two units here. Basically, I've done a review on it yesterday. I tested it out, see if it was something that I wanted. I clearly wanted it. You could see on my face, if you watched the review, just how good I thought this was. So it's that good. Nick wanted one, so now we're going to have one in this studio. Nick's going to have one in his studio. They are incredible. They are incredible pieces of kit, but what I wanted to find out today is how good they are in mid-side. So the bottom module is going to do the mid, and the top one is going to do the sides. I'm interested, and I'm not, look, however good this is, I don't think I'm going to go and buy another one just to use it in mid-side, because let's face it, it is massively overkill doing it this way. Why am I doing it? To flex a little bit on YouTube. And I'm genuinely curious whether it would have been a good option for Neve to have maybe done something mid-side in this. But let's find out. So there we have the Rupert Neve MBT used in mid-side. Now, was it effective? Yeah, it was all right. Is it overkill? 100%. I won't be using it like that. I wouldn't consider myself now going to go out and buy another one to process in mid-side. No, I won't be doing that. But what I do feel Neve kind of missed a trick on was maybe a mid-side option where you could get the silk, the super silk, have a button, press the button in, and it would switch the mid to the silk blue and the side to the silk red. That would have been really nice, just because silk red in the sides sounds so sweet, and the super silk sounds a lot smoother than the Portico 2 version. So I'm going to do an updated, I'm going to do a video following up from this. I'll probably shoot it tomorrow, where I directly compare the MBT to the Portico 2 and see kind of if one replaces the other. Because as you can see here, I've put the MBT into the rack there where my Portico 2 was, and that's just because I'm in two minds. I'm thinking that it's going to replace it, but we'll wait and see tomorrow. So with working with them in mid-side, yeah, it works. The EQ's great. You can add mid and side EQ to high and low shelf, but you know, I can do that elsewhere in the chain. It's a nice option, but I don't think on that particular unit it's essential. So I'm not missing the fact that I'm losing the mid-side kind of aspect that I had in the Portico 2. Other things that were good with it, I mean, I'm not keen on mid-side compression anyways, but I mean, you could kind of add some subtle compression to the mid and leave the sides open, things like that. One thing I was surprised with there, when you listen to those audio demos, listen to how the width does really enhance that the sides. Well, in a different way. It's a tricky one. It worked. I didn't think that it would work. I thought it would be a case of, right, because it's mono going in. How does the widener work? I thought that those two would have to be off, and it would just kind of be like, it's not doing much. But it was doing something. Whether that was just volume attenuation, I don't know. But it was doing something, and it did in some ways sound good. But look, the MBT is not intended to be used like that. I just, for my own personal kind of curiosity, call it, I wanted to just see if it was possible to use it as I had to here before I send it off into Nick's studio, which it has now gone, because Nick was literally knocking at the door going, can I have my MBT back? Yeah, so I've racked mine in here. I'm loving it. I won't be using it in mid-side, but I do feel there could have maybe been something, a mid-side something in the MBT. Don't know where. I think if you utilise, but here's the thing, right? We're talking about utilising mid-side in the super silk section, and that's where it's massively beneficial. So that's where you'd want the mid-side. But I still feel, even if I had that option, I do still feel that I would keep it in stereo, just because if I'm choosing between blue and red textures, one for low, one for high, if I'm increasing the silk red, I'm increasing the silk red on the sides, I still want another, I still want to increase the silk red in the mid as well. It's not like I want to do one or the other. I do want to do both. So I think even if I had that mid-side option with silk red, lovely to have the option, I still think 90% of the time I would still be using it in stereo, which is probably why they haven't done it. But interesting video. It's put my curiosity to rest. It's good in mid-side, but I think it's better as a stereo unit.